Welcome to GameCast Informer, the daily news show that keeps you in the know on what's hot and occasionally not so hot. My name is The Voice at 106.7, otherwise known as Vox within the GameCast circle. Count, your beard may be long as it is glorious, but it will never compare to Shaka's, and you simply cannot match my dulcet tones. And now, for the news. Who's up for chasing some droids? For those of you who are a fan of Blade Runner, and I don't mean the iconic 1982 version, I mean the recent 2017 version, I've got some interesting news for you. Turtle Rock Studios, the same guys who made Left 4 Dead 2, have created a fun little VR experience for Blade Runner 2049. This experience, titled Replicant Pursuit, has you in the wheel of a spinner, and no, not a fidget one, I mean the flying cop car, to chase down a rogue replicant in the beautiful setting of techno-noir Los Angeles. This experience, the first of many, according to Oculus, is set to come out on July 21st. 5 and 2. Sounds like a pizza place offer. Fallout. A beloved franchise for many, a speedrun target for others. Speedrunner Tomato Anus. Wait, did I read that correctly? Tomato Anus. Well, some people choose rather creative names, like Little Baby Hashtag. Look that up, I'm not joking. Anyway, speedrunner Tomato Anus went and beat all 5 Fallout games in under 2 hours in a row. The grand total run for the games were 22 minutes for Fallout 1 and 2, 30 minutes give or take for Fallout 3 and New Vegas, and around 45 minutes for Fallout 4, which is a comparatively bigger and more complex game level-wise. He accomplished this feat through a combination of various glitches for Fallout 3, New Vegas, and 4, and maxing out certain stats in the first 2 Fallout games. In this act, Tomato Anus has wrangled himself another world record, with his previous world record having to do with Fallout 4 only, but in 3 separate categories. Dr. DisRespect disrespects someone and gets disrespected himself, and by disrespected, I mean banned. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, a haven for streamers, competitive souls, and newbies like myself. The game is utter chaos, with bullets flying everywhere, heads being popped, and trash talk abound, but there are rules. And one strict rule is absolutely no team killing. Well, Dr. DisRespect thought the rules did not apply to him, and did just that. The result? A temp ban from the game. But did it stop there? Did Dr. DisRespect learn his lesson? Of course not. The creator of the game had a bit of a bicker with the Doctor on Twitter. The exchange was lighthearted at first, then the Doctor just had to take it up a notch. And I quote, "If I could do the splits, I'd roundhouse kick you in the next. But since I can't, I'll just front kick you in the chest instead," is the message that he left for the creator. Now, threats of physical violence are commonplace in today's society, with the playful, "I'm going to dropkick you," or the "I'm gonna murder your face" being tossed about. However, the Doctor sounded less playful, which elicited a more serious response, with PlayerUnknown's responding with, and I quote, "Suggesting violence is the best way to solve a disagreement is just wrong, even if you are playing a character." Now, even though Dr. DisRespect is just a persona for the streamer, there are times when other people won't appreciate threats, this being one of those times. Just remember to be careful online, kids. Sometimes people can and will get offended, and you just won't understand why till later. Doom Guy identity finally revealed. Romero speaks out. It's just a male model they hired. Destiny 2. Armor and weapon mods are a go. Destiny 2's PS4 live beta was released 2 days ago by the time you see this upload, and it looks like armor and weapons will be getting certain modifications. Contrary to the first game, where weapons and armor were not modifiable and bound to the RNG god's whim, Destiny 2, the squeakquel, will have some randomness for gear, but attributes will be up to the players, allowing for further diversity in items and how the players build their characters or guardians. Not only are weapons getting modifications in terms of utility, they are also getting fashion upgrades, and it doesn't stop with just weapons, but guardians are going to be able to modify individual parts of their armor as well. Slight difference from the previous title, where characters could change color, but to their whole body. Players will now be able to express their creativity freely, and whether that's a good or a bad thing, I leave it up to you. AI goes berserk, kills 5. Now that I've got your attention with my clickbait title, Here's the rub on that. A Counter-Strike Global Offensive Faceit Community League match went a little odd when an AI bot on the counter-terrorist team suddenly went Terminator on them and proceeded to systematically eliminate the opposition through a series of moves that can only be described as suspiciously human and thought out, with plays such as mid-air kills, preemptive flashbangs, and checking corners, much like a human police officer. All in all, both teams lost their collective minds at the sight of a bot, who are normally as about intelligent as a sea urchin on Ritalin, become an elite, government-trained, systematically augmented supermarine with a vendetta. Bot Connor 7, the Deathinator Strikes Back. Part 2, The Squeakquel. And that wraps it up for today's news. Remember to leave your opinions in the comments below, to like, share, and subscribe, and to give GameCast a shout out in our Discord. We're also on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Patreon. Thank you all so much for watching. This has been The Voice at 106.7. Gaming News Now.